The thing I've learned is that the formula isn't actually that hard. Like, I say this a lot and I'm having to tell it to myself as I'm trying to grow past the point of where I'm at now. But the strategy isn't really that complicated. Like, LinkedIn's not that difficult. You pick a person that you want to sell to, you pick a thing you want to sell, you write content that speaks to that person and shows them how much stuff you know, and then you set your profile up so that it's clear that if they come to it, they see like, oh, he helps me solve a problem, I should message him. The strategy is not really that complicated. What's hard is that, like, I had to post on the internet for like 2 years before I got good at it. And during that time, I'm getting all this conflicting advice from all these different people telling me that I should be commenting on other people's posts, that I should be on TikTok instead, that I should be doing all sorts of different stuff. Then I've got my own doubt of, oh, I've been working for like 3 weeks and I've not made any money. I must have the wrong strategy. Let me go to a networking event instead, or let me start a TikTok account instead, or let me go on my high street and start knocking on doors, or maybe I should run some paid ads, or I might try some cold email, or my own inability to just stick to a plan. That's what I've been learning the last 2 years. Actually, making money on LinkedIn to 10K a month is not that complicated. The system is very simple. The hard thing is that as humans, we find it hard to turn up to the gym every day for a year.
Yeah.
It's not that hard what you do in the gym. You just go, you lift weights. If you keep going for a year, you'll get in shape. The hard thing is you have to keep going and keep doing the same thing. That was the tricky bit that took 2 years for me to learn.
The reason why I have a love-hate relationship with LinkedIn specifically is, I think, like something that you just like basically talked about, is I see a lot of creators doing a lot of random things, I think, just for those vanity metrics. So they, do things that are just going to go viral. But then I always think, like, are these things actually generating ROI for that individual? Like, is it attracting clients? Is it attracting leads? Is it doing all the stuff that they want to be doing? Is it actually making them money at the end of the day? And the reason why I wanted to get you on is because you're very, very focused on those sort of numbers and you cut out all the other bullshit. So I guess from your side, you said the strategy is pretty simple and you don't want to be sort of distracted by all these other things that I guess may be added to the virality aspect. So digging deeper, what are the core things that sort of drive that LinkedIn account, I guess, to make it more sort of primed to accept and to attract clients and leads?
Yeah. On the virality point, the way I think about it, and this is me having seen it inside my own business, inside my client's business, and also speaking to all the other LinkedIn people. So you never know exactly how much money someone's making, but you get like a good feel for where they're at, because you're all going through similar problems, right? And what I've generally seen is that there's this Venn diagram of there's popular people on the internet, they get a lot of likes. There's value in that. It exists for a reason. There's a reason that Kim Kardashian has the amount of followers that she has. There's no value in vanity metrics, but there's popular people. And then there's people that are making money on the internet. They're using content to attract the right people, show they're an expert, and convert them into some kind of outcome. And there is a crossover in the middle, but the crossover is quite slim. And generally, when you see someone that's got 5,000 followers or you got someone that's got 50,000 followers, there's often not that much of a difference between the money they're making. There's some people at 50K followers that are also making a lot of bank. And there's lots of people at 5K followers that aren't making any money at all. But generally, the people with the bigger audiences, just because they got 10 times the followers doesn't mean they're making 10 times the money. Maybe they're making a little bit more because they get so many people to see their content. But there's a couple of people I know that have huge audiences and they're making bank, but they're definitely in the minority. Most of the people doing 100K plus aren't making more money than me or the other people in my space.
That is super interesting because loads of people think that more followers equals more leads equals more money. That's just, I guess, like the formula that everyone thinks, right? So why is that not the case?
There's a few different reasons. I mean, first and foremost, I think the biggest reason is the skills you need to be a 100,000 follower LinkedIn influencer are not the same skills you need to run a simple service-based business, which in my opinion comes down to, can I generate leads? Can I turn those leads into sales? And can I retain those sales so they keep paying me money every month?
Yeah.
The skills you need to be popular on the internet are not the same. Like, the truth is, like, this is me just being frank, like, if you're a pretty girl on LinkedIn 2 years ago, you just grow quicker than everyone else. Just pop up a nice little selfie, chat some shit in a post, couple bullet points, little emojis, you're just going to get more likes. The very first LinkedIn account I ever ran, right? I didn't know how good I did at the time. I thought like, oh, this is okay. There's a girl called Gabriella. On the very first post, we put up a nice selfie of her. She's a pretty young girl. Put up a photo of her. She gets 700 likes on the first post. Every post after that, minimum 200, 300, 400 likes. We grew her to 5K followers in like a month. She got leads from it. She got some inquiries, but the successfulness she looked like on the outside was not the same as what's happening in her inbox. In her inbox, she was getting maybe 5-10 people a month reaching out about web design. On the outside, she looks like this most successful entrepreneur ever. The skills you need to be popular on the internet are not the same as the skills you need to attract a customer, convert that customer into a sale, and then retain them. So there are some people that both have both skill sets. They're popular and they can do that side of things. Most people have one or the other. So that's what I've seen.
That's really interesting. And I fully agree with you, because I've seen people that have almost no presence on LinkedIn, but they're smashing it in terms of, because they grow through referrals. They don't grow through like LinkedIn, right? So they've mastered the skill of getting clients, making them extremely happy. So the retention rate is very, very high. And not only that, they're so happy that they refer them to their friends. And that for me is very valuable. But from what you're saying is like, from the other side of things, the people that are growing very, very fast on LinkedIn, have a huge following and they're posting a lot of content, getting a lot of likes, things like retention rate of clients, referral rates and stuff like that might not be as high, just because that's a different skill set.
Yeah. And the thing is as well, if you don't come from the social media world, like the truth is, right, so 2 years ago, TikTok was a hype. Everyone was doing this TikTok thing. So I was like, right, I'm going to start a business. I should do it on this TikTok thing, right? Because everyone wants it right now and it's brand new. So no one can be that good at it. So the first ever TikTok client I knocked on the doors on my high street. There was like a cake shop, all these different shops. I randomly saw this sweet shop I'd never seen before, knocked on the door, spoke to the guy. He gave me £200 so I made some TikToks for him. His like third video hit like 100k views, because back then TikTok was so easy. Like there was so few people doing it that you could jump right to the top. My second client, who I got in my local coffee shop, his first video got like 250k views. It was easy to get big numbers early. But again, getting big numbers on a platform and knowing how to build a marketing funnel that turns attention into money, two completely different skills.
Yeah.
Getting the attention bit is a lot faster to learn. All that other stuff is taking me years beyond. I'm saying this to say that there's a lot of people on LinkedIn that, because on the outside they look successful, big follow accounts, lots of social proof and other humans saying, oh, this guy must be good. They sell really expensive stuff, but like there's very few coaches out here charging 20k that are worth 20k. There's some, but there's nowhere near as many coaches charging 20k who are actually worth 20k. So yes, there's loads of people in my industry that are popular on the outside and they make lots of money from selling the services they do. But like, I hear the whispers. I hear the graveyard of clients they're leaving behind. I'm on the sales calls with the people that said, yeah, I bought this program for like 10k and it was fucking shit. So I'm quite wary about this, because your popularity in your brand means you can charge some really, really, really big prices. But your ability to charge those prices and then your ability to still be that guy after the contract's closed and deliver, they're two different skill sets. One of them takes a couple months to learn. One of them takes years to learn. And I think a lot of people are charging like they're that guy. You get the service and then it's just not that good, because they're like me. They're like some fucking 20-year-old in their bedroom that's worked out to get a couple of views on LinkedIn and then suddenly they're charging like 10k a month for it. So like, of course you're not going to be good enough to do it, you know?